Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Oak's Game Room. I am Oak, and I've been wanting to say that for quite some time now. I've streamed on and off here for the past couple of weeks, getting things set up again to begin the live streams and to begin the videos once again, which we will be doing on a regular basis very, very soon. I am spending the evening chilling out, relaxing, and doing some fishing. And I'll shoot the bull with you and chat with you as I do so, relaxing this evening. I'm playing Fishing Planet, and we will go ahead and travel to here. And we'll see how the stream goes. But anyway, it's really good to talk to you again. And I'm getting stream settings set back up again. And getting all of the settings correct where I haven't streamed for a while. And I have my hardware set back up again to where I can stream fairly well once I get the settings all back to the way they should be, which is one reason I'm streaming kind of casually tonight and just shooting the bull, because I want to get these settings correct. And I was streaming the other night and had YouTube streaming in the background on another computer, my home theater PC, and I didn't know it, and it was taking up a lot of my bandwidth, so it kind of messed up my settings a little bit when I was trying to get everything correct. So I will be changing settings, adjusting settings, and shooting the bull with you as we go. And I am going to start streaming again very soon. I had to, as a lot of you know, I had to stop streaming. It's been, I don't even know how long now. That's how long I've been out of the loop. It's been probably a year and a half or better due to family illness. My wife hasn't been well, which a lot of you know, and thank you very much for for reaching out and asking me how she's doing and all that stuff. I appreciated every single bit of that, and still do to this day. And let me talk about the game as I talk about OGR and the other things here. Let's see. Let me get my bait switched around. I was messing around here earlier and was fishing for some other fish. I've got a real light rod and reel set up here. So I'm going to switch back to a bass jig. Well, where is my small bass jig? Did I have it on another reel? 1 ounce, 1 ounce, half ounce, quarter ounce. Well, where is my 1/6 ounce? Thought I had a 1/6 ounce. Well, maybe not. Well, in that case, we will just use this quarter ounce. I thought sure I had a 1/6 ounce jig here somewhere. Maybe not. 148. Nope, evidently not. Alright, well, we'll use this quarter ounce for now. Is this the one I was using it on? Pound drag, what line do I have? 3-pound test, yeah, that'll be plenty. Alright, but anyway, again, it's good seeing you again. And I can't wait to get back and start streaming again on a regular basis, which I will be doing. And that is on the horizon. But in the meantime, before all the regular stuff starts, I will be streaming like this and messing around, shooting the bull with you, chatting with you, and letting you know what's going on, keep you in the loop as I relax and play some of these less stressful games. Oh, there we go, we got it. Some of these less stressful games, which it is still pretty exciting. Yeah, there we go. Get over here. Get out of those lily pads. Get out of those lily pads. Get in here. I think we've either got us a largemouth bass or a grass pickerel, one or the other. Oh, looks like a little bass. That's some money that we can spend on later. There we go. $102. Got some experience there. Nice little bass. We will keep him. We will keep that money and that experience. And we will make another cast over here. But yeah, I'm excited to be back. And my wife was wanting me to get this going again, as I do as well. I want to get it going again. We just didn't have the time, and with her health issues that were going on, some of those are alleviated now, and we've got another fish on there. And thank goodness she's getting a little bit better. And so we're going to be able. I'm going to be able to get a schedule going here to where I can start streaming on a fairly regular basis. And as I come back, depending on the support, whenever I come back, I'll be able to spend more time on it because I've got a lot of stuff going on, and I need to get some. Just being frank and being honest with you, I need to get some money coming in, and depending on how much support OGR gets with this stream that I'm doing, will kind of determine how much time that I pour into this, obviously. So support me on Patreon if you want to help out, if you want to help me out, and support me on Patreon. That'll be the best support. If you want to send a one-time tip, you can do that as well, and all that information is in the description of the video. And as always, you can just go to oaksgameroom.com, and all of that info is on there as well, and I truly appreciate it. And we'll get you some stuff going, like the multiplayer vids of 7 Days to Die, and I've got that server back up and running again, and we'll be getting other servers going again, like Minecraft and Ark and Empyrion Galactic Survival as support comes in. So with that support and with your support, we're going to get this going again. I'm counting on you. I am counting on you. So if you want to see these vids and these streams again, help old Oak out. So we're going to get this going and relax a little bit tonight. And if you ever see me streaming and want to pop in and say hello, we can shoot the bull. And obviously, if you have any questions about any game that I'm playing, you can post, and we will shoot the bull about it. And I will help you in any way I can. Hello, Cy. Hello, Mr. Sci-Fi Guy. Where are the hand grenades? Some real West Virginia fishing. That's right, buddy. We used in West Virginia years ago. We used to use crank telephones. That's how we used to do it. Take those old timey crank telephones that generated all that electricity. When you crank them, yeah, you hook up a couple lines of those things, throw them in the water. I'm giving people bad ideas. I shouldn't be doing that, but it's going to be really hard to find one of those telephones nowadays, though. But yeah, back years ago, that's how they used to do it. Take those old crank telephones and hook up a couple of lines to them, a couple of wires, and drop those wires down in the water and crank that thing as fast as they possibly could. Oh yeah, those fish around near the boat and near that electricity didn't know what hit them. They come floating to the top of the water, and you didn't need a fishing pole. All you need was a crank telephone and a dip net, and you had a good meal. But back then as well, you have to keep in mind it wasn't so much ornery as it was eating, getting getting a meal in your belly. So, oh, there we go. We got another one on here. Oh, got another bass. Get back here, Mr. Bass. Yes, we did have phones in West Virginia back then. They were called cans and a string, but we had them. We just called them something different than everyone else. Get in here, Mr. Bass. I love fishing on this light tackle. Daggone. And for anyone not familiar with this game, this is the starter lake that's in Texas. It's Lone Star Lake that's in Fishing Planet, and this is the lake that you actually start in. And even as you progress through the game, which I'm level 40 now, which used to be max. I don't even know what the max level is now. They raised it just about a month ago, I think, or a few weeks ago. And they added a bunch of new lakes over in Europe, and then they added some fishing waterways in Italy and in Russia, I believe, the Czech Republic and Germany. They added a bunch of them on there, and we'll get to those eventually, but I'm not spending the real money on it now. I've supported this game quite a bit with their DLC, which was worth it. This is for sure my favorite fishing game that's ever been released. This game is incredible as far as a fishing sim. A lot of fun. A lot of fun. Yes, my doorbell is a shotgun. You are correct. Well, it's a it's called it's a 357 Magnum. But yep. It's a my doorbell is a gun. Bang. Who is it? Gotta be nowadays. Crazy freaking people. I tell you, man. I don't know about them. But there's still some good people out there too, so no need to be completely paranoid. Just need to be prepared. As long as you're prepared, you're okay. You can still do the hello, how are you? Good to see you, Mr. Stranger. Anything goes haywire, you're ready. I think I'm going to switch here. Let's see. I'll tell you what. Let's go over by that dam. There's a if you play this game as well, you can, when you're at the lake, you know, as you saw whenever we very first started off, you had your world map that allowed you to go wherever you wanted to go to your fishing destination, which we went to Lone Star Lake in Texas. Once you're at the fishing location, when you hit your M as in Mary button again for your map, you will bring up a map of the lake. It's a very nice feature they added a while ago. This wasn't in the original game. This is a very nice addition, and this is where we're standing right now, and we are facing that direction, so it orients you very well. And you've got a depth chart here, so there's a really deep pool of water right along this dam right here, and we're going to cast out in there with this bass jig, let it sink down, and then we're going to pull it and hop it up through here and up this grade right here, and we're probably going to catch us a bass right here. But when you hit the M key, M as in Mary, while you're at your fishing destination, you can bring up that depth chart and a nice topographical map of the lake. It's really nice, very handy. See how long it's taken for that bait to hit the bottom? The top right, you can see our little lure there. Alright, he's on the bottom. So let's bring him across the bottom and we'll twitch it all the way up that grade. And we probably should get a decent bass out of there to get us some experience points and get us some cash to spend on travel. Because the other lakes, and that's something else I want to mention too, even like I was saying earlier, I'm level 40 on here, which used to be max, and they raised it now. But even whenever you're max level, or if you get a really high level, you can just hop back to Lone Star, your home fishing location, at any time, and it doesn't cost you any travel money. So if you start running low on money, just hop back here and do some fishing, do some bass fishing. And we didn't get a single hit down there, did we? No, we didn't. Oh. Oh, we got a hit right there. He followed that thing all the way up to there. Well, let's see if we can fool him with a spinnerbait. We have half. No, we don't have a 1/4 ounce. Oh, I forgot about that. They don't have the 1/4 ounce spinnerbaits. They start at half. Oh, we'll use a casting spoon. Here we go. There we go. It's too heavy? What was I using that? What was I using that on before? 1/3 ounce. Was I using it on that one? Oh my gosh, that's too heavy. Well, we'll just switch to a 1/4 ounce. 1/4 ounce will be all right. No, Netflix is not on, Si. I most certainly trust me. I checked and double checked and triple checked, and also I got my. Let me let that spoon sink down closer to the bottom. I got my my cat. I got a Cat 7 cable instead of a Cat 5 or a Cat 6 this time, because I was coming back with the streaming and all that, and I wanted as fast as a cable as I possibly could. And I got a Cat 7. I got it in the mail a few days ago, 2-3 days ago, something like that. So I've got everything hardwired now. I'm not running through Wi-Fi anymore. I've got it hardwired directly to the modem. Have everything off, and I was getting speeds of 190 megs down and between 19 and 20 up whenever I did my speed test earlier on. So it should be good anyway. Should be. Is the quality good? I mean, does it look good? I cranked everything back up max. I turned it back up to 1080p and all that kind of good stuff. So it should be pretty good quality again. Does it look good? I mean, it looks like pretty good quality, I hope. Let's fish with a grasshopper. It looks like fishing. Well, it is fishing, Si. And I know you're super excited about that. All the action that's going on here, and all the zombie killing, and the first-person shooter, and the pirate action, and all that. But is the video clear? There. You bub. What is our leader length? 24 inches? Yeah, we'll go with that. Get this out here and see if we can't catch us a crappie. Which is well, I'll rephrase that. It is my favorite fish to eat. Oh my God. Around here where I for those not familiar, we've already got a hit. Good Lord. That'll work. There you go. Take it. Oh, there we go. Got a hit already. Those not familiar with my stream who haven't been watching me, for those of you who have been watching me for several years. Thank you very much for tuning back in. I appreciate your support, and really good to see you again. But for those who have never seen me stream and don't know anything about me, I live in West Virginia, and normally we play survival games like 7 Days to Die, Empyrion Galactic Survival, Ark Survival Evolved, Minecraft sometimes. Mainly the more serious games, the ones that are a little more realistic and things, and as well as outdoor games. I love Fishing Planet. I mean, you'll see me playing this quite a bit in between all of the other crazy exciting stuff we have here. Oh, there we go. Crappie. We will take that. But around here where I live, it's fishing. It could be black, and it would be fine with me. Okay, well, thanks, Si. Anyway, I hope it's clear. I hope everyone can see this. But around here we have freshwater fishing, and mainly around here, I'm an avid fisherman. I mean, I've fished my whole life. I'm 48 years old, and been married 20 years and happily, and grew up in a rural area and grew up fishing, camping, hiking, things like that. Just basically living in the outdoors, living in a tent, and fishing, catching breakfast, hunting, shooting breakfast. And I haven't been hunting for years, though. I think the simple fact is that I haven't needed to, and haven't, and I never did kill just for sport. I didn't kill just to hang a head on the wall, although I do have one head. The very first deer I ever killed, it is hanging on the wall at my parents' house. But we also, me and my parents, we ate that deer, so there is no guilt on my part. I eat meat just like a lot of other people do, and if I can kill it and eat it without having to go and spend all that money on it that could be spent for bills and other things, the way I see it, more power to it. And so I'm very much, that said, before I get jumped on by the politically correct, because I know how things are today. Oh my God, Oak's a killer. He hates animals. He doesn't. No, I don't hate animals. I love animals. I am completely against animal cruelty of any kind. Love all kinds of animals, cats, dogs, blah blah blah, pets, and I've been a pet owner for years and years, and so I am very, very much against that. So, but that's for eating, and that was to put food on the table. So I do not feel guilty about that, no matter what anyone says. So, that said, I grew up hunting, fishing, and all that kind of stuff, and that's why I like these games. And a lot of good family memories out camping and fishing with, get in there, with my mother, my father, and my friends, and we all used to go out and camp and fish. And all that for my entire life and around here, and I fished for largemouth bass mainly, and trout in streams up in Monongahela National Forest in West Virginia. Up it's about 200 miles from me, from where I live, and my dad and I used to go up there every year, and we would go up and catch trout on the little river there on the stream, and we would clean it right there, fry it up, and eat it, and we had a really good time up there, and just love the outdoors period. And that's one reason I think I like the survival games so much, like 7 Days to Die and Ark and things like that. It reminds me of that kind of stuff. It's really good memories. And now 7 Days to Die, which a lot of you, those were, as far as get in here, another nice bite there. Those were my some of my most popular vids, and got another nice crappie. Look at that bad boy. Man, wish I could fillet that and throw that on the skillet. But anyway, those were my most popular vids for years and years, and those were the vids that I produced the most. The most popular vid that I ever did were my Guild Wars 2 beginner's guides. Those were the most popular. Those got several thousand hits, and I really enjoyed. That's my favorite MMO. I played MMOs for years. EverQuest, EverQuest 2. I never played Guild Wars 1. I didn't care for it. Sorry for those of you who enjoyed it, but no, I couldn't get into it. I mainly played EverQuest 2. I loved that game, and then it went free to play, and then it went pay to win, basically, because if you didn't subscribe to it monthly, excuse me, the restrictions that they put on you were just absolutely ridiculous. I mean, you couldn't let out some line here. You couldn't compete and couldn't get in there. You couldn't do a lot of the end content, which completely turned me off to that game. And they got really greedy. And the community, for those of you who play it and enjoy it, more power to you. And if you do have a good guild and you do have really good people that you game with, I'm tickled to death for you. But for me and the guild that I was in and things, the community as a whole, once it went free to play, and then basically just the people with a lot of money were playing it, who had been playing it for years, it got toxic. I mean, it got the community went downhill really, really fast. And so I'd been following Guild Wars 2 for almost 2 years before it launched. I mean, it's the artwork for that game was absolutely incredible. Loved the art style for that game. And that's one thing whenever I saw it that drew me to it. Now, obviously, graphics do not make a game. And I could state a game right now that that has absolutely beautiful graphics, but I won't. Well, yeah, I will too. Black Desert Online. I'll go ahead and say it. I'll spit it out. Black Desert Online, and I'm going to get teased by some OGR members for that one. But that game has absolutely beautiful graphics. Oh my God, the graphics in that game, so realistic, very detailed, very shiny. But I cannot stand that game. I can't. I supported it when it first launched with a $100, and I'm not saying that, just saying that I have $100 to spend, or bragging or anything like that. If I do have it at the time, which I did back then, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't now. But back then I did, and I believe in supporting projects like that if it looks really good and things. But that's one of the probably 2 times that I got burnt. I mean, in my opinion anyway. I supported that game for $100, and I played it for probably about a week, and I couldn't stand it, and I left it, and I have logged back in, I think, twice. And yeah, Sci-Fi guy says he's going to tell Amazon. Yeah, so that's all Amazon's fault. She's going to die laughing whenever she hears that. But nah, she's the one that mentioned the game. But yeah, not. I mean, in all seriousness, absolutely not her fault. I looked at it and I fell for it hook, line, and sinker, just like a lot of people did. And a lot of people still enjoy it. They still play it and enjoy it and like the game and everything. But man, it just was not for me. And it's a Korean game. Get up here. It's a game out of Korea, and which I'm not saying anything bad against. There are a lot of beautiful games that come out of there, but I haven't played a good one yet. I'm gonna be honest with you. That Aeon, absolutely beautiful. Oh, check it out. We got a little catfish. Got us a channel cat. Aeon, which is an absolutely beautiful game, that came out of there, I believe, and but anyway, I never got into those. But anyway, getting way off track. Going back to Guild Wars 2, that was my most popular video ever on my channel. And as a lot of you know, I mean, I deleted all the videos from my channel because they were outdated, and I wanted to get a fresh start. And I couldn't reply to people, and that bothered me, just personally. It bothered me that I didn't have the time to. There we go, another one. That I didn't have the time to reply to people who took time out of their day to reply to a video and ask me a question and everything. And my channel wasn't like a channel that had 1 million subscribers. I had over 1,000 subscribers, and I've got close to 1,000 now. God bless them. After being going for a year and a half, man, if you and those of you who still are that hung with me, with given my absence, I can't thank you enough. But I didn't have 1 million subscribers and have a reply coming in every 5 seconds or anything like that. So I was afforded the ability to be able to reply, to maybe a post or two a day, or 3 a day, or it would go maybe a week. I would get like 3 posts, something like that. You know what I mean? And I wanted to reply to everyone because the posts that came in weren't just, hey Oak, you suck, or just I hate this video, or a random advertisement for something, or just yo or something like that. These were people would reply and say, hey Oak, I've got a Ranger build on Guild Wars 2, but I can't get the damage out of it that you're getting. How do you have any advice? Here's my setup, can you throw me some advice? And I would reply, and tickle me to death to help people out and have more fun with that game. And I was not able to do that anymore, and I felt like people asking those questions would kind of feel like that I was abandoning them, and all this kind of stuff, which would never happen. I'm not that way. So I deleted all the vids, and I'll get them all back up there. I mean, you don't have to worry about that. I will get them all back up there, and we'll get everything going again. And I will do another Guild Wars 2 beginner's guide for everyone who is thinking of getting into that game or have just gotten into it and want some pointers and tips. And my beginner's guide, I did one, and then I did an updated one about a year and a half ago or 2 years ago, something like that. And it was just as popular as the first one because that's a very popular game. And I tried to go through it as slowly as I can and as detailed as I can. And each of the beginner's guides were about 3.5 hours long. There's a lot to cover in that game, and it's not that I drug things out. I just went over everything that I thought would help someone, and it turned out really well. And it by the replies, it helped a lot of people and tickled me to death. So I'll be doing another one of those, and I'll do probably a 7 Days to Die beginner's guide. I mean, that's been out for so long, and good God, I don't even know. I don't know how many beginner's guides I've done for that. One for every alpha, starting with alpha 7.8 or 9, I think. Something like that. And it's on alpha 17 now, so you figure it up. I mean, I've done probably a dozen beginner's guides for 7 Days to Die. But it's changed so much, I might do one again and get it up there. But a lot of the vids will be 7 Days to Die multiplayer, and we'll go through that. And I'll be doing games now that I'll be afforded the time to actually get back into it and actually chat live with. Get in here. Actually chat live with you guys, you ladies and gentlemen, not just guys. I will throw some other games into the mix like I did before. Get in here. We got a nice one here. I'll bring some games that you might not have heard of that I think you might like, and some games that people mention to me, hey, how is this game? If I've got it, I'll do a little quick look of it, an Oaks quick look, and we'll take a peek at it for about an hour and see what it's all about. I'll give you my opinion on it, and you can judge for yourself based on the games that I play, because generally the people that watch my channel play the same games that I do, the same type of games. So we have that in common, and we have very similar tastes, and you can judge just by the gameplay and the things that I point out, as well as the gameplay yourself as you're watching it, and things that I might not even notice that you might like about it that I don't, and some things that you don't like about it that I do. But that's why I do the vids, so that you can judge for yourself and maybe save you, 10, 20, 30, 40, $50, something like that. Except fishing. No, Si. Fish. This is it right here. This is. I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a marathon, a fishing marathon. I'm going to name it Sci-Fi Guy's favorite hobby. Hey, get in there. We got another one. But yeah, I wanted to, get all this out and catch you all up with everything I'm doing, and figured I would do what you enjoy most and what I enjoy doing, which is playing a game. And so I figured I'd play a game, relax a little bit tonight, and rather than just posting a static announcement and everything, I'll figured I'd play a little bit, give you something to look at, and but yeah, I'm excited. I hope you guys are too. We'll be coming back, and still at the moment, um, we're getting things together to get me some kind of a schedule, to get me something to something to where I know when I'm going to have the time to stream, and try to eventually get a set time to where I will be streaming. And again, this all, I don't want to sound materialistic, but I need money. So um, I'm going to put as much time into this as the support I get in return. So the more support I get, the more time I'm going to spend on it. And to be honest with you, not just so I can play a game and earn money, but I love doing this. I love doing this for you guys, and I hope you enjoy. Get in there. I hope you enjoy the vids too, and the streams and everything, and chatting and learning about new games and all that. And I hope it goes really well. I truly do. But we'll see how it goes on Patreon, and that's where I need the most support. The tips, the single tips. I do appreciate, no matter if they're $5, $100. Obviously, the more money that you selflessly give of yourself to me, I do appreciate, obviously. Um, but the Patreon is something that I can count on. You know what I mean? And that's something that I can uh, gauge the interest in on the channel. I can gauge the interest in the channel and the content, and I can go from there and say, well, yep, all right, people want to see it. I will. Oh, get out of here. Get. I messed up. I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to pull that. I meant to give some slack. But I can gauge from that, the interest in the channel and all that. And it's obvious, no secret. Obviously, the more support you get, the more you're going to put into it. So, I do other stuff as well. As one of the reasons I'm mentioning that. I write, and I release books, and I'm a published author, and I haven't written a book in a long time. A long time, because of family commitments and things like that, and as well as the OGR channel, which was doing really well before. And I was afforded the ability to put some time into it, because I was getting a return from it. Now, it never was anything huge, but it was worth the time. And the community we built because of that was absolutely incredible. And the 90% are still there today, and they will be back with me once we start doing the multiplayer games again. And I get all that going again. But I do have a very small IT company. I have my own company. It's basically just, a very small company, and I do computer work, which I've done professionally since about '93, and for several years I did it under the table. And back in a few years ago, I went legit, and I actually formed the business and got the business license and all that kind of stuff. And started doing it professionally, you know, for real, and it worked out really really well. And with my wife's illness, where I had to stay home, and we had to go through that together. It really it didn't allow me to go out and visit my clients like I could, and I lost a lot of clients during that time, and it really put a kibosh on that. And so I'm still doing that, and I didn't lose all my clients. I'm still doing that and earning money that way. And I've got a book series that I'm writing in the background that I will be releasing. I'm not sure when, and I am not going to say so that no one will be disappointed. But I won't even mention the name of it yet. But there is a book series that I'm going to be releasing, and it's a a young reader's fantasy series. Similar, the best way I can describe it really is my favorite book of all time. I mean, as far as every book ever released, is The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. I love that book. My favorite genre to read is fantasy, and I love Terry Goodkind. And if my favorite book of his is obviously the original one that he very first released back in '94. That was Wizard's First Rule, and he's written, gosh, over a dozen since then. And a really good author, and it's very mature subject matter on about the second or third book. So if you're faint of heart, or if you're a very young reader, don't pick those up quite yet. Pick up something else and get into those when you're a little bit older, because there are some very adult subject matter. And I don't mean X-rated, things like that, but it's very, something kids really shouldn't be reading, in my opinion. Anyway, everybody has their own opinion, so um, not something a kid of under probably 16 years old should be reading, in my opinion. But to each their own. The book series that I'm going to be writing, yeah. Sigh, Debbie Does West Virginia. No, it's not quite that bad, but there is a scene that's real. Yeah, it's actually worse than Debbie Does West Virginia, as far as the subject matter goes, and I'm not kidding. So that's why I say that and why I stress that. I wouldn't say that otherwise, but there is a very very graphic scene in the second or third book. I can't remember which book it is, but yeah, it's not something I would want a young reader reading. But anyway, the book series that I'm going to release is, the best way I can describe it is kind of a cross between Harry Potter and Huckleberry Finn. And if that strikes your fancy, it has nothing to do with a wizarding school or anything like that, but it's just that that level of reading and that level of adventure, combined with the added adventure of Huckleberry Finn. So if you enjoy both of those, I'm guessing that you'll really really enjoy the book series. I hope you do anyway, and I hope a lot of people do around the world. And not for money. I mean, I hope that, I mean, that would be nice. Obviously, everybody likes to make money and earn a living, but just to get it out there, to have something adventurous and exciting to read, that's really good and fun to read. So that'll be coming sometime in the future, and as well. But in the meantime, as I'm doing all that, I would love to spend some time, a few hours during the day, doing this for you guys, and doing the videos, and for the games that you love, and then the games that you might not know about and have never heard of and are curious about, and you're wondering about this game, and you see me throw it up and on the channel, and you might learn of a game you didn't even know about. Or it might be a game that you did know about and were wondering about and wanted my take on it, which very rarely, and I will admit this, and I was actually even talking to Cy about this, sci-fi guy about this the other night. Very rarely will you see a bad game on my channel, and what I mean by that is I I feel bad about talking bad about someone's game that they spent a whole lot of time on. So um, it, my channel is mainly going to be, well, it always has been mainly for games that I think you would be interested in. I'm not going to throw up. It's not just a review channel. It's a channel for a specific type of game, and just my uh, personal attitude, opinion, personality, I guess. That's what you're going to find here, and games that I think that you'll like. You won't find any games on here that I put up and say, XYZ game, Oak's Quick Look, and then you watch the video and I talk about, oh my God, look at this. This sucks. The controls suck. This is horrible. The graphics, the save game, everything's broken. All that, you won't find much of that. You won't find any of that on my channel. So that's something you can know ahead of time, and those of you who have watched my channel already know that. And I'm going to switch lakes here in just a minute, just to let you know. As I continue talking, I'm going to hop to another lake, and we're going to catch some really big bass. But anyway, that's what the channel's about for those of you who might be watching this who have never seen the channel before. That's what I do. I put up videos that are like survival games or outdoor games, or even games of a different genre, like an arcade game or that I played years ago. And there's a lot of arcade games out now that are really good. Titan Attack, I think, is the name of one of them. It's a really good game. It's like a Space Invaders clone, but it's not actually a clone. I actually hate that word when people use that about a video game, but it's like Space Invaders, but they add a bunch of features and colors and things. It's very fast paced, and if you like Space Invaders, it's a great game. So anyway, games like that, just fun games that are fun, and outdoors games that are fun, like the fishing games and the jerked him right out of the water, didn't we? Oh my God, look at the size of that one. Monster. Absolute monster. I think on that one we're gonna see what our and just since I've been talking, I will bring up the screen here and show you all the fish that we've caught. Look at all these fish that we've caught just since you've been watching and we've been talking. All of these fish we've caught here, and in the game itself, this is what we got from these: 18 experience points, $138, $116, 15 experience points, etc., 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 all the way down. And at the top, there's a summary on here. We've got 25 fish. We've earned $822. And there is no travel fee for this lake. So all of that is clear money. So you don't have to pay a travel fee for the lake. And we'll go back to the map, and we will leave. And as you can see, this is home sweet home. This is Lone Star Lake, and in Texas. And we'll go ahead and leave here. And what this is if you're a premium subscriber, in other words, spend real money and get a subscription to it, you'll earn 50% more experience points, and you'll earn 50% more money, dollars, for your catches if you are a premium. So if you're in a really big hurry and you want to level up quick, and or you have the means to, and you want to support the devs in this way, you can do that, and you'll level up about 50% faster that way. And I've supported them so much with DLC, I don't even do this anymore. And I'm not in a hurry, so that's not a big concern of mine anymore. So you can play for free, and whenever you earn your money, here is some of the ways that you spend it. as you fish and everything, there's wear and tear on your fishing gear. So our fishing rod right here, our Featherlight 6'3" Sport, it got wore down a little bit, and it's going to cost $153 to repair that. Well, you saw we made over $800 and some there, so we'll go ahead and repair that. And let's see, repair cost. Oh my gosh, 5,000. Oh, okay, that's over. Some of these are very expensive. Before you get terrified of this price, some of these things, the durability goes down over time, and you can choose to repair them or choose not to. And you can see the durability of this. So this durability is still 75 of 84. You don't have to repair it yet. Now, if you let it go, it's going to break. But you don't have to repair this yet. But the more it's depleted, the more it costs to repair it. And it took quite a while for this to get down to this durability. So we've made way more money during this time that it took this to wear down than this. So just us going to that little lake we went through didn't take it down this far. So I just wanted to point that out to you before you get scared. And we went to Lone Star Lake right here. And as you can see here, travel cost is $0. Now, if we want to go, say, to Mudwater River right here, it's going to cost us $1,200 for one day to go there. And this is our money right here. These are bait coins here that we have 83 of. And these are spent for other things, premium items and things. But as far as in-game cash, this is your in-game cash that you earn. And when you earn it from catching your fish, obviously, and then you spend it on your travel cost here. And if you go one day, if we're going to go from here to here for one day, it'll cost $1,200. Now, if we want to go for 2 days, it's only $1,400. So what that does is it allows you to spend more than one day there, which can get repetitive, but you can spend more than one day there and only spend $200 more and catch a whole lot more fish that you'll get a lot more money for than from Lone Star Lake. A lot bigger fish here, and you'll earn way more than this before you leave during the day. So every place else besides Lone Star Lake has a travel cost, but if you run out of money, you can go back to Lone Star Lake, catch the fish like we just did, build your money back up, blah, blah, and you're good to go. We're going to go down to the Florida Everglades, which is going to cost us $7,500. And we're going to go down to the Everglades while I continue to talk a little bit, shoot the bull with you, give you announcements, and excuse me, we're going to catch some bigger bass. And I'm only going to go down there for one day. You can go 2 days and only spend $1,000 more, but I don't need to do that at the moment. So for your sake, I will just go down here for one day so that you can see it, and we'll catch some big bass while I continue to talk. And down here there are peacock bass, largemouth bass. There are some catfish down here, and other things. Let's see. I believe this is where we want to go. I'll tell you here in just a second, the minute I see it. And we do need to switch rods to, whoops, I didn't mean to do that. I went to a random room. We want a new private room. You can play this game multiplayer as well, and no, we are in the wrong spot. You can play this game multiplayer as well, as you saw that person standing there on the pier whenever we started off. You can play this multiplayer, and you can play it as well, like where I did a new private room. You can do a random room, which is what I accidentally did when we very first logged in, and it just puts you in a random room with all kinds of people who also choose random room, who want to just shoot the bull, chat with you. These will be complete total strangers, and you can chat with them, fish with them. If you want a fishing buddy that day and don't want to fish by yourself, you can do that, and you can chat in the chat and fish with them, alongside them, and chat with them. You can also create a friends only room, which is a multiplayer room that you can create, and then you can invite your friends from Steam. So it's just you and your friends, and you and your friends can fish together on at a fishing location like this in Fishing Planet. Or you can just pick new private room if you just want to chill out by yourself and do a video like this where you're not chatting with all kinds of other people while you're, trying to chat with people watching the stream. You can just do the new private room. And let's see. Yeah, this is where we want to go. This is it. And we are definitely going to need to change rods here. Let's see here. We want, 9-pound drag. We want 20-pound test. Yep, there we go. And I've got this all set up from the last time I was here. And anybody watching this at any time, if you have any questions about any of this stuff, such as the rod, the reel, the gear, if you plan on playing this, or if you play it now and have any questions, let me know and I'll go through anything with you. But this is the setup we want right now. A good sturdy rod and a crankbait and a 20-pound test and a good sturdy bait caster. So we will go with that, and we will catch us some largemouth bass and peacock bass as I continue to talk. And one really good place to cast is out here, and you can cast these and reel them in, but one thing I like to do with these crankbaits is cast them out there and just twitch them on the top of the water. And if you look at the top right, that's our lure up there. And when I reel, you see how it goes under the water a little bit every time I crank it. So I let it break the top of the water, and then I'm going to increase our reel speed by 1. The bottom right, there's normal speed, and just with your mouse wheel you can roll it up 1, and it increases your reel speed, how fast you reel it in, whenever you just left click one time to reel it. So it's going to jerk it really quick underneath the water, and it'll dive down a little bit more. And a lot of times we will get a whoa, we got a hit and we missed him. Oh, we missed him. But they'll grab it from the top of the water, and he just came up and grabbed it really gently. Normally they blow up on it, and you can set the hook and reel them in. But you can also just cast them out, which is a little more boring. Just cast the crankbait out and reel it straight in, which is what we might do here in a minute. I mean, if we get to where these things are being very particular and not hitting very well, we'll figure it out. But anyway, getting back to the stream and talking while we fish. I'm very excited to get this going again, and again I'll get a more permanent schedule to where I can try to, as the support comes in, and I know that it's warranted, I'll try to get a set time every day, just like a job, to stream live every day for you guys. That way you can count on knowing when I'm going to be live and do various videos. Let's go ahead and reel this thing in. And I can do various videos, or various games. I mean, I'll stream various games, and we will get this going again, and we'll have some fun together. And like I said, I'll be doing single player games, multiplayer games on our server, the OGR multiplayer servers. And the server that we have up right now is our 7 Days to Die server. Obviously, there we go. Yeah, we got one. Oh, that's a nice one. It's probably a peacock bass. But you'll see the dollar signs. Yep, it is a peacock bass. But look at the dollars and the weight compared. There's 230. We're using 20-pound test. I'm going to crank that, since we're probably not going to catch monsters here except for one place way over to the left. I'm going to switch to a lighter reel. You saw those red arrows that were pointed to the left. That means the gear that you're using is way overpowered for what you're catching, and it wasn't really a challenge to catch them, so you get a lot less money and a lot less experience points for catching them. Now, whenever you switch to a lower tiered setup like that I'm going to switch to right now, it's not quite as easy to reel them in, but you get a lot more money for them, and there's a real good chance that they're going to snap your line or drag your line out, but you get a lot more money from them, and that's what we're kind of going for right now. So let's get some more money coming in and take a chance on losing the fish and our bait. All right, now we've got a lot lighter line on now, and a lot less durable rod and reel. So there's a good chance we're going to, or there's a lot better chance that we're going to either get our line broke or lose the fish altogether. Oh God, yep. See the line tension. Oh my God. Oh Lord. Oh Lord, he's taking our line. Oh my God. Oh, we're gonna get him though. We got him. We got him. We're gonna make some big bucks off this one. That's a largemouth. Pretty sure. All right, let's get him in here. And the left line to the right side of the screen, the left, the bar, I should say, that looks like an equalizer bar on the old equalizers. The one to the very left is your line tension. In other words, how much wear and tear that you're putting on your line. And if that reaches max red, which it's not going to because I've got our drag set on our reel to not let it get that far. There we go, 193. So that's a little bit smaller fish. And look at the experience that we gained, 35 compared to the other. But the line to the left is, whoa, Rob was broken. What? Break a certain number of rods in in a row. Oh, look at there. We got a bait coin for breaking our rod. What the heck? Was it a durability 0? I didn't get a warning that the bait was too heavy. 5/8 ounce. What is this bait? Crankbait. Oh my God! I threw an 1.5 ounce crankbait on that thing. Good gosh. Well, that was my own fault. I thought it was I missed that one, and I thought it was a 1/2 ounce. Oh gosh. Well, what happened there was if you put too heavy, that's the first time it's ever happened. If you put too heavy of a lure on there that your rod can handle, it'll literally break your rod from 100% down to 0. Now we're going to have to repair that stupid thing whenever we go back, and we can't repair it now because we're out here, and we can't repair it until we go back. So that's not good. That's bad. That's a bad thing. You know, that was my fault because I missed that right there on the left where it says weight 1.5 ounces. I missed that one, and I just thought it was a 1/2 ounce lure. Daggone. Oh, that was my fault. All right, and I don't have. That's the bad part about it is I don't have another rod that is set up to earn that kind of money. Well, what we're going to do, we're going to go right back to the rod that we were using. We're going to get a little bit less money and less experience, but we're still going to make plenty of money to justify the trip. Night, Si. Have a good one, man. Thanks for tuning in. I will see you the next time. Have a good one. And we'll get this reeled in. See if we can't get us a monster. Because there's one place right... Oh, yeah. There we go. There's the place that you catch the unique largemouth bass is right over there where I just casted, where I just cast my line, and that thing can weigh up to, gosh, I can't remember what it was now. I'll bring up the screen here in just a minute and show you the unique largemouth bass. Oh, that's a peacock bass. But you can see how where we're using the rod and reel that we're using is much heavier than what we need. It's giving us the money, but it's taking our experience down from what it normally would be. We're not losing a ton. I mean, we can, with this heavy setup, we can still catch them so fast that we'll make plenty, but we're still going to make plenty of money. But the rod and reel and line setup is pretty heavy, and there's really no chance that we're going to break our line unless we catch a crazy monster. But if I go over here and click on my, whoa, what happened there? There we go. And I go down to, these are all the biggest fish of each species that I've caught. And here, this is a bass that I caught here. It weighed over 11 pounds, 11.914 pounds. And it's a unique largemouth bass. The thing was over 26 inches long. And it even tells you what you caught it on. I caught it on a glow-in-the-dark crankbait, 30 foot. And I take that 30-foot one and I cast it out on top of the water, and I would jerk it down really quick. I'd reel it really fast, make it dive down, and then jump back on the top of the water again. But I caught that thing right here. Right here is where I caught it. And also, whoops, let me get off that. Whenever you click on your map, you can see the best times of the day to fish. Now, you can fast forward time once, and then you have to wait so long before you can fast forward time again. So I'm going to go ahead and fast forward time just for you all's sake, and I'll bring it to where we're going to get more bites. So I'll fast forward it to about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and it depends on the day and everything when the best time to catch your fish are going to be. So whenever you play this game and you go to a fishing location, be sure to open your map and check this out. And if you're just going after money, or especially if you're just going after a bigger fish, fast forward the time to like right before it starts getting peak. So we're going to do it for 1 o'clock, and how you do that is just back out of this, go to this screen and hit your T button. T is in Tom, and it'll bring up your fast forward time thing, and we're going to fast forward time to 1 p.m. and hit forward time. And it will forward the time in the game to 1 p.m. And then whenever you bring it up again, it's going to tell you that you have to wait. Like if I bring it up again now, here it is. Yeah. Our account is your account, no premium, so we're not subscribing and spending the extra money on it. So we have to wait 44 minutes and some odd seconds before we can fast forward time again during this day, and only this day. And you can spend a bait coin on it, but don't do that. Save all of your bait coins for other things. And if we had a premium account, we could fast forward time again in half the time, in about 20 minutes. So you be the judge on that as to what you want to spend your money on, or if you want to spend money on it at all. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Let me reel it back in. I saw somebody log it. Hey, Stash, how's it going, man? Mr. Stash Merkin. And so that's how you get that going. And we'll cast over here, see if we can get us a big old bass to hit right here. And if you want largemouth bass, this is just about the best place you can come to get your largemouth bass. There are several other places to go, but Florida Everglades, that's That's where you're going to get your big bass. There we go. Mr. Largemouth Bass. What we got here? A little over 2 pounds, 16 inches, $163. 15 experience. We'll take that. Let's pop back over here. Get back out here again so we can get us a peacock bass right here off the front of this. And when you're fishing here, don't just keep casting back to the same spot every time. Cast to one spot and then move to a different place. Move to a different spot to cast. And you'll give that cool down timer enough time to spawn some more fish in there, spawn you another big bass. And if you don't, you're going to waste a lot of time casting to the same spot over and over, waiting on the respawn timer for the bass in that particular spot. But yeah, I'm all excited about getting OGR going again, and we will get all kinds of games going, all kinds of fun going, and I'll get, as the support comes in, I will again get the other multiplayer servers going, like Empyrion, Galactic Survival, and Ark, and Minecraft, and all that stuff. And we'll get back up to snuff with that. And in the meantime, I will play those games for you myself, as well as other ones I think you would like. And oh, okay, Stash. All right, have a good one, man. Good seeing you again. Oh gosh, your Alpha's, the A17's crashing. Daggone, that sucks. I hope they get straightened around. Thanks for popping by, Stash. Good seeing you, man. I will see you again soon. And we'll get, I'll get the OGR crew together, and we'll get some 7 Days to Die multiplayer going. And whenever I stream the 7 Days to Die vids, if nobody's on, even if no one's on, I mean, I'm not going to be doing the single players. I mean, I stopped doing that probably 6 months, 6 or 8 months. Oh, there we go. Before I stopped streaming about a year and a half ago, because even if I'm streaming by myself, I'm going to go ahead and stream on the multiplayer server just in case someone logs in. That way, oh, what do we got here? We got a pike. Oh, we got a gar, Florida gar. Oh, that'll work. 33 inches. Oh yeah, we'll take that. And I'll just go ahead and stream from the multiplayer server, and I'll play on it. That way, in case somebody logs in, then we can just have it. Well, what the heck? Oh, I hit the log on the other side. Get out of there. Because the 7 Days to Die, I mean, it's more fun. Oh, now come on. What's up with that? Seriously? What am I doing? What am I hitting? An invisible tree? What's with the present back there? Okay, I just noticed that. What is that? Press E to interact. Wow, look at that. What the heck? Did someone come back and see if there's another gift waiting for you tomorrow? Well, that was a very nice surprise, Devs. Thank you very much. We got some fireworks. I'll bring up the thing over here, I can show you right here. Wow, we got a lot of them. I only had 8 of those, I think. So we got like 6 6 fireworks right there. Well, that's pretty cool. Very cool. Ha, that'll work. All right, let's try to cast over here and hit the water instead of that tree. But since we hit that tree, we found that present, so it ended up a good thing that we hit that tree. Yeah, I completely missed that thing at the beginning. It's probably on every map. I just missed it. Of course, I haven't played anything but the Lone Star map since I started playing again here about a week ago. I've just been chillaxing in Texas. But yeah, I'll do we'll get the 7 Days to Die going again, like you all like, and games like this, we can relax and tell you what, let's throw a frog out there. Do the popper or the regular frog? Let's do the pink popper. We'll cast this frog popper out here. Pull it back through these lily pads, pop on the top of the water. See if we can scare something up back in there. I love topwater fishing. Love it. It's exciting pulling out across through there, and all of a sudden that big old bass just blows up on it. But we'll get those vids going again, and the other games, and we'll do some. What the heck? Evidently, one jumped, grabbed it, and knocked it clear over here. That's not good. What's up with that? Let's cast a little closer here. We'll turn our reel speed down one. I had it on 3. We'll have it on 2 here. We'll pop it on 2. That'll move it a little slower, while still giving us a popping action. And yeah, excited to be back. And like I said, if the support comes through, I will try to get a set time to where I can. Oh yeah, there we go. I'll get a set time to where I can stream regularly every day at a set time. Well, that's a fairly nice one there. That way you all will know when. Oh yeah, that'll work. $263.30 experience. We'll take that. And you guys will know when I'm going to stream, and can count on me being live at a certain time. If the support comes through, I'm going to try to do that, regardless. But at this point in time, I'm not going to be able to do it at a set time every day. I'm going to have to do it whenever I can. But I will see you whenever I can, and I will get vids up as well, and we'll have some fun like we used to. Come on, Mr. Bass. I know you want that pink frog. You know you want it. You know you do. You know you do, and I know you do. What are you waiting for? It doesn't work for me in real life, and it's not working right now either. Be nice, wouldn't it? You talk those bass into biting like that. Let's get it back in this corner. And since we're weedless with this frog, we can actually cast it back in those weeds. Now we'll sneakily come through those weeds. Hopefully we surprise a big old bass here on the other side. Oh yeah! Ah, I knew you wanted that pink frog. You knew it too. You were just being stubborn. Get in here. Get in here, Mr. Largemouth Bass. Give us some money and some XP. Oh, we got a trophy. 346, 43 experience, almost 5 pounds. Man, in real life, you imagine being out on the side of the pond. A little salt, a little pepper, make a nice rub, nice backwoods rub. Fry a couple of nice fillets up right on the pan. Alright, let's come over here and let's pop this frog right through the center of these lily pads. And all of your lures in this game aren't weedless, so if you take a spinnerbait and you throw a spinnerbait across here, just like in real life, when you get to those cattails, you're going to run into trouble. And if you don't have strong enough line to actually force it on through there and get it unstuck, you will lose that spinnerbait in the game, and you'll have to buy another one. So the game's fairly realistic like that. It's a really... Oh, yeah, there we go. Looky, 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 in the middle of the cattails. He's not as big, but we'll take him. 188. 2 pound. What have we caught so far? Let's take a looky here. Our fish keeper. $1,796. What was the trip here? Was it $1,200? We've already made almost $600 more than it cost us to come here. That's what we like. Alright, now for a change of pace, speaking of spinnerbaits, let's switch to a spinnerbait and change things up a little bit. And we will take a... Let's see, we want a 1/2 ounce, 3/4. Let's see, we want a 3/0. Nah, let's use that 4/0. We'll use a 1 ounce. We'll throw a 1 ounce on there. Get it out here. There's another fish here, and I can't remember the name of it right offhand. Let's cast back in here and see if we can find one. Because I'm not really familiar with a whole lot of fish, except for the ones that I can catch near me. I don't travel around the world and fish, and I don't travel actually to other states and fish other than Ohio, which is not far from me. I'll travel there and fish, but I mainly fish in West Virginia, and if we don't have them here, I'm not very familiar with them. There's normally a largemouth right at the edge of those cattails. We probably went by him by now. Yes, we have. Let's get out in here. But yeah, there's another one here. It's yeah, I can't remember the name of it, but it's like a like a striped bass. I mean, it looks like a striped bass, but it's just white. Everyone who plays this game is right now is screaming at the screen. Oak, this is what it's called. I've caught several of them, but I cannot remember the name of them. And they're big fish. I mean, they're a pretty husky fish. They reminded me of a striped bass as far as what they're called. I could probably find one here in my whoops, daggone it. Didn't mean to do that. Was it tarpon? Yeah, tarpon. That's it. Tarpon. That's the other one here. Look at that. I caught one here, weighed 31 pounds. Let's see, is there another one too? There's the striped bass. I think the tarpon is the one that I'm thinking about for here. Yeah, it's not the whitefish. I caught this one here. Trophy gaff top sail catfish. He's 5 pounds. Walleye, smallmouth, trophy, white bass. Nope. 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 There's the monster right there. Look at that thing. 77 pounds. I was on the leaderboard for a little while with that. Took a screenshot of it. I was all excited. Caught that up in I think it's Alaska. That's where that came from. But yeah, I think the tarpon, I believe, are the ones that tell you what, there's a strong chance that I really shouldn't even be fishing with that, considering the line and reel that we're using right now. Let me pop back to let's see. About the only luck I have here are the crankbaits and spinner baits. I've caught them on a bass jig and the like a bass, like just a jig, and I've caught them here on rubber worm or plastic worm, if you want to be correct about it. I guess politically correct. I don't even know how you would say that, but we've always called them rubber worms here. But I've caught them on rubber worms and what the heck? Oh, I'm reeling backwards. Yeah, that's no good. But they're few and far in between fishing with that. I have a lot better luck on crankbaits than anything else here in the Everglades. Crankbaits definitely do you better than anything else. And if you're going to use live baits, you want to use shiners or the large minnows. And you can catch the largemouth bass and the I think the alligator gar, I believe you can catch, and the peacock bass. You can catch all of those on the shiners and big old bobber down here. As a matter of fact, I'll switch to that after I get this reeled in, and I'll show you just for something different. It's fun. I like using different baits throughout the day just for a change of pace. And I'll switch reels, and I've already got one set up for it right here. We've got our large minnows, pike, gar, catfish, blah, blah, blah. Let's see. We will switch to the shiner. Yeah. Shiner is the one you want to use if you want the chance at catching the bass as well as the other one. Now, what hook do I have? I've got a 6-aught. Yeah, that'll work. Whoa, 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 whoa. Back up. What's our leader at? 20 inches? Yep, that'll work. Okay. I had that set up for, there's one lake down, I think it's in Louisiana, where you can fish for monster catfish. I mean, freaking huge. I can't remember what they were now. I caught several unique ones down there in Trophy at that lake, and you fish, it's like 80 inches down with a large minnow or a crawdad, and or crawfish, and you can catch some monsters down there. And I think that's what I had this set up, or that's what I was thinking I had this set up for the last time. That's why I checked how far I had the leader out from the bobber. And we wanted about 20 inches or 2 feet right here. And how realistic this is as well. Look how our line is moving around, how that bobber's moving. That minnow's actually swimming. It's swimming around there. Oh, we got a bite. We got a bite. But yeah, down there you have to have your line depth from the bobber at about 80 inches or so, depending on where you're fishing. I think there's one spot, it's like 100 and... Or no, it was 80 inches, like 100 feet out from the bank. Oh, there we go. There we go. We've got something. And this is going to be no contest for reeling it in. This thing's set up for monster catfish, so we're not going to have any problem with our line breaking with this one. 3 pound, $223 more. We will take it. Let's come out here and throw this right here by this old boat. And those cattails right there. Let some line out. Let that big old shiner swim around and do his thing. Let some more line out. Look at him taking her line. Where you going, Shiner? You act like you were afraid of something down there. Oh, you were. You were afraid of something. I heard that bite. Something nipped your butt. Well, that's your job for us right now. Get your butt nipped. Oh, yeah. There we go. So you can do really well with the crankbaits down here. And, looks like we got a largemouth. And if you want to use live bait, use those shiners. You'll get a really good result. Now right in here, let's see, is it here? Oh, right here, I think, is where I caught alligator gar one time on this thing, or actually a few times. Let some line out so we can let that shiner do his thing. See if we can get another big one. Yep. We got a nip. We got another nip. Take him, buddy. You know you want him. He looks absolutely delicious. Nothing better for fish than another fish dinner. Cannibalism. That's just wrong. But as long as it fills our bellies up, that's all that we care. Nice big old fish fillet on the... Oh! Did we get him? No, we didn't. Let's reel him back in here. Daggone it, we missed him. Alright, let's get it back out there again. You're a sneaky one, aren't you? Mm-hmm. You heard me say frying pan and you took off swimming. Nothing better than sitting by the river or nice lake or a pond, campfire, frying pan, nice, very, very fresh filleted fish that you just caught earlier. That's what I call living. Come on, buddy. You know you want it. Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh, that's a little one. Well, little one for this rod and reel anyway. I was hoping maybe it'd be a gar. Oh, look at there. Oh, almost a 4 pound, 18-inch peacock bass, 266 bucks. 31 experience. We will take that. Let's see if we can get another interested party over here by these lily pads just out from that cattail. Or those cattails, I should say, I guess. Yeah, nice campfire. Tent all set up. Fresh fish in the frying pan. Some potatoes you brought with you, all sliced up. Peelings still on them. Don't take those peelings off. There's flavor and vitamins and minerals in that potato peeling. Don't take that off. Just wash it really good. Slice it up, dice it up, make you some nice chunks. Throw some salt and pepper in there. Fry you up some fresh fish and potatoes. Have some coffee percolating in a pot. Makes for a good day. Possibility that we have hit a dry spot. No pun intended. As we are in the water. I know what it is. Our men is playing dead. That's what it is. Our shiner went on strike. He's like, nope, not swimming. I'm not doing anything, Oak. You switch back to that crankbait. Sorry about your luck. Sorry, Mr. Shiner. I'm going to put you back to work, buddy. Let's see how you do over here. I bet you if you see them big jaws coming at you, you'll start moving around. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, yeah. He's swimming now. Yeah, buddy. Something coming at you. Excuse me. Man, this game has beautiful scenery. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Alright. We'll ease this thing along. One crank at a time. Until we hear a ding of a hit, maybe. We'll see how that works. We'll keep Mr. Shiner active whether he wants to be active or not. I can't remember the depth out there that I had this thing at before. So I think there's a channel. I'll let out some lines so I can turn. I think there's a channel that runs from there, right around there, up to there, and then over to here and up that channel right in front of us. to reel him in very quickly. Closer to about right here. Let's see how he does right in here. There we go. You found something that time, didn't you, Mr. Shiner? Oh, that might be a halfway decent one there. That's putting some tension even on this big line. That's a largemouth. Is it a trophy? Oh, it's a butterfly. Nice. Almost 4 pounds, 257 bucks. 30 XP. We'll take that. Alright, let's come back over here since we've given this some time to cool off. Let's pop him right back in here. This is where I caught that catfish, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I'm positive. This is where I caught that catfish. But I can't remember. I caught him on live bait. Nope. We got a hit. I can't remember if I caught him on... I think I caught him on the large minnows. Those are cheaper than the shiners. The large minnows are... I think those are dead. They're dead real bait, where the shiners are live and actually moving around like the minnows, if I remember correctly. There we go. We got something. Oh, the largemouth. Looked like it. Yep. Oh, we got a trophy. Almost 6 pounds. 401 bucks. That will work. That will work. It was about, what was it? No, it was 7. No, it was more than that, wasn't it? How much was it to come out here? That other pond was $1,200. This one was like $4,000, wasn't it, to come out here? I think. Yeah, I think it was like like 4,700 or something. That's right. I forgot about that. Anyway, we'll make that up. You can catch a lot of money fish out here. Speaking of money fish, since we've been fishing here for a while, yeah, there's that channel. Let's see, the deep part goes right up through here. There's the other one. There's the other one. All right, let's come over here and we'll cast in the center. In the center hole here. With this live minnow. Cast him right here in the middle. Let him swim around there. Hit already. Then we'll move to the left over there and see if we can get something over there. And I want to try to get to the right as well. Maybe we'll go to the right first. Then we'll pop back over to the left. Because there are some monster fish. There's a peacock bass. There's some monster fish over on the other side. That'll work. Butterfly, peacock. There's channels up there, but over to the right of us. Here's where we were. Yeah, right here. It's very open and it's really deep out here, and I can't remember right offhand what I have my leader at here, so I'm going to guess. Let's see, there's 20 inches. Let's take it to, let's see, 5 foot. Yeah, let's take it to 60 inches, and we'll see how we do with that out in here. As I can't remember the actual depth that I had it at. It might be a decent amount deeper. But there were some big fish over here. I think this is where I caught that big tarpon, if I'm not mistaken. But I think I caught it on, was it a spoon or something? It was, let me let a bunch of line out so that I can turn it around. It was like way out in there, I believe. I think I was fishing with a spoon and I cast way out in there. And I might have to take it deeper too, because the depth does matter on those leaders. If you don't have it deep enough, they'll come up a bit, but they won't come up a long way. And it's a lot harder to catch fish here too than it is at those other places. You don't get nearly as many bites here as you do over there. If I catch one fish here, I'm done. We'll move back and we'll try that that little tributary that you haven't seen yet. I'm gonna bring that on over here. I'm gonna drop him about right there, a little closer to those sticks. The bobber's still straight up and down, so it's not on the bottom. But I don't know if it's deep enough, for sure. And I've caught them here on crankbaits as well. Might throw one of those big old crankbaits out there. Reel it back in. I think I caught tarpon and something else over here. I think besides the bass. Yeah, this is gonna be a no-go. We're probably too far up off the bottom. Let me make a few casts with that crankbait over here on this side. Just about all you have to do is cast it out and reel it in. Let me get a deep runner. Let's see, we'll try 12 foot. There we go, 12 foot 6/0. So I don't think I need a 30 foot over here. Let's see, where did I catch that before? Just out. I think it was to the right of that stump. Yeah, anyway, we've got a few minutes and we'll cast it out and reel it in and see what happens. Reel it in a normal clip, and that's going to dive down and bottom out at 12 feet. So there's 12 feet. So it's about 18 feet deep out there. 16 maybe. Probably 18 when we first cast. And now we're coming up on the more shallow part. You just reel it in. Twitch him a little bit. Still pretty deep out there, isn't it? Yeah, we're back here now. See if we can get back in that corner. Not all the way back there because we don't want to get hung up, but we will get right in there. That's very shallow right up against those trees. I remember I cast something out there one time, and I cast a live bait out there, and I had the leader down like I did when I was casting out in the middle of the lake, and man, it hit bottom. It took quite a bit of adjustment to get it right for that corner back there, so it's kind of shallow. There's one little place where the ground goes up right there in there, because the bait hits the bottom and then it comes back off the bottom, so there's a little place where it's more shallow. Alright, let's give him a cast right out. Right out by those sticks out there. Reel him in nice and steady. I think I caught him here on crankbait and spinnerbait as well, if I remember correctly. And then a live bait, but I can't remember. I think crawdad and oh gosh, I can't remember if it was shiner or the large minnow. Wow, we're bottomed out with a 12-foot at 80 feet out. Jeez, not very deep right there. And now we're back up. So there's a nice bar that runs from those sticks back over there to the left of where we were standing. So I tell you what, let's throw us on a nice spinnerbait. A big old 1 ounce 4-aught. Let's go that route. Take that exact same path we just took with that crankbait with this spinnerbait. And we'll speed him up a little bit, keep him up off the bottom. Now we'll slow him down. Let him dive back down a little bit, and then we'll speed him back up if he gets too close to the bottom. Speed him back up. Slow him back down. Alright, we're almost back now. Alright, let's reel him in. Get a different path over here. Let's see. Get back in that little cove over there. For this time of day, we might be using a little bit too big a bait too. So we might have to drop down to like a 3/4 ounce or a 1/2 ounce. There are big fish in here though. That 4-aught shouldn't scare many of them. There we go. There we go. Caught one sneaking around the sticks out there. Largemouth. That'll work. Oh yeah, that'll work. Very nice. Alright, now that we know they're not afraid of it, let's cast it out there and see if we can finagle it back in here and not get it hung up. Because we can get it hung up on those sticks and that moss out there. Slow him back down. Oh gosh, don't get hung up. Well, we've got this line that we've got on here is some pretty mean lines, so unless it actually gets hung up on a log, I think we're alright. Tackle taken out of the water before the strike. There was a fish chasing that when I lifted it out of the water. Let's get him out here. Take yet another route. I said I was leaving here after one fish, didn't I? I see more than one place to cast that looks enticing, and I can't stand it. Got to try it. One cast after this one, and we'll move over to that tributary. Even if we catch a fish, we will move. Alright, last cast. Let's get him out there, and we'll drag it back by these weeds right here. This is it. Last chance. Last chance. It's hard to catch them over on this side. But we did all right. All right, now let's hop way over here to these tributaries, which you haven't seen yet. And there's where we cast in the middle, and I caught that one fish, and then we moved way over there to the right where we just came from. And here we've got a little rivulet going up that way, and that way. And then the place over there. So let's see. We'll go spinnerbait first. Just cast right up here, and we'll drag it right by this corner, right by the tip of this little grassy area that comes out here. See what we can do. Hello, Jimmy. How are you doing today? Doing some fishing. Oh, there we go. There we go. That'll work. That'll work. Evidently that 4-aught will still work. That'll work. Wish we hadn't broke our other rod so we could gain some more experience, but we'll keep breaking in that money. That'll work. Let's see. Let's get right down the edge over here. Yeah, I'm excited to be back. I can't wait. Get this stuff going again. I've been going for about a year and a half. And we'll get these vids piled up again. See if we can't get 600 or 700 more like we had on there before. Yeah, that 4/0 doesn't have as good of action on here. I wish I had my other rod though. Daggone. That would most definitely help out. Nothing like waiting till the last minute there, Mr. Bass. But that'll work. That'll work. All right, let's see. Let me get this, get that crankbait back on here. The 12, we need our 6 for out here. Let's see. You want the, yeah, we'll take the silver. All right, let's see if we can't get him out here. There are these lily pads. Get him coming back in. We'll see how he works. That 6 foot should do all right. Starting to get into the non-peak part of the day too. I think we used up all of our luck over at the first spot. Ah, there's still some more in here. Drag him down through here and then we'll pop back to the first spot. That way we can make some money back. Whoa. We either hit something on the bottom, or we got a hit and he didn't take it. There we go. You're being sneaky, weren't you? Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. 237. Alright, let's hop back over here and we'll make some of our money. Make some of our money over here. Get some traveling money. Oh, oh, followed it right to the dock and did not take it. Oh, that's my luck right there. Alright, we'll just take him nice and steady then this time. No twitching around. Man, going to have to switch back to live bait. I'll tell you what I might do. Here, we'll do this. We'll cast him out there, and we will fish this crankbait top water. Quick jerk, reel him down, let him break the top of the water. This is how I caught the, right there we go. That's how I caught those unique bass and several trophy bass on this left side. Take that crankbait and up there we go, trophy butterfly. 376 bucks. We'll take it. But yeah, I cast that thing right here. I'll go ahead and do that again. We'll see how it works. And I cast that thing out there, and I reeled it. Just let it break the top of the water. Dive it down, let it break the top of the water. When it breaks the top of the water, just give it a second. Dive it down again. Just enough to make a little commotion on top. Crank your reel speed up as well. That way whenever you reel it, it gives it a really quick tug. And it dives down a decent amount. And right there is how I caught the unique bass that I caught here. Quite a few of them. They ranged anywhere from 7. The biggest one I caught, I think, was, well, it was a little over 11 pounds. And I caught just about all of them like that. I think all of them but 1 or 2. Caught them just like this. Well, it's a specific time of the day too. I'm so out of touch with this game. I haven't played it in so long that I can't remember the exact times of them. It depends on the day and when they're hitting, and when the best time for the hits are, and all that stuff, and the unique hit at a different time of the day. They don't hit exactly like everything else, every other bass or every other fish, regardless of what kind of fish it is, whether it's a bass or a catfish. Or there's only certain times of the day whenever you can catch those things. But we're just relaxing, having some fun. If we get them, we get them, and if we don't, we don't. As long as we make enough money to cover our trip, which goodness, yes, that'll work. Oh, that's a nice bass. Oh, looky, looky, looky. Almost 8 pounds. $546. We will take it. We will take it. How much do we have now? Oh yeah, we got over $5,000. We have covered our trip for sure. Let me see. So let me let that cool down for a little bit, and I'm just going to cast right here. And I have caught trophy largemouth right here in the same exact manner. So, and I usually catch them right up by these cattails, but I like to cast back there a little ways, kind of work them up to the cattails. in here is where I normally catch them. Not gonna play that game today, huh? Oh, there he is. Oh yeah, indeed. Add another one to the pile. Let's get him right here. And we'll creep him right along this side of him the same way. And if you go to do this, don't forget to turn up your, roll your mouse wheel up a little bit and turn up your reeling speed. That way you can just left click one time and that crankbait will dive down a good ways and it'll make a good stir on top of the water. Because if you leave it at just, oh, there we go. If you leave it at just one, the normal speed, it doesn't dive down too far. So be sure and have this like turned up to 3. Almost 4 pounds, 20 inches, 269. That'll work. Thank you. All right, now let's do the same thing just out by these cattails. If I don't get it hung up. Whew, that was close. Oh, no, we did get hung up. Nope, we got it loose. I cast it a little too far. I thought I did when I first cast. We're good now. See if we can stir another one up by these cattails, or by these lily pads. There's usually one in here. He's not feeling it. Oh, yes he is. You were just being shy, weren't you? 269, almost 4 pounds. Well, I tell you, you can't get much closer to 20 inches than that. 19.999. All right, let's come back over here. See if we have any buddies back here in the little cove. That have woken up. You can cast right back in the cove. Oh, yeah, there we go. You can cast right back in that cove. Oh, this might be a nice one. This might be a trophy. That's a catfish. Oh my God. Oh, it's a bowfin. Look at that. 4.5 pounds, 24 inches. Only worth $85. What's the matter with you? We're going to keep you though, because we want that $85. You can cast it right back in that cove, or you can just cast it right out here to the right, and you can reel it back in right across where that grass comes out. And this side actually, where I just cast and reeling back now, this is where I caught the uniques. I never have. I've caught trophies by throwing them back inside of that cove where we just caught that last bass from, but I've never caught the unique there. I've only caught it from casting to the right of that little tuft of grass and then pulling it back through here. And I've caught them everywhere from that tuft of grass all the way out there, all the way to the edge right here of reeling them in. That's why I reel on this side. That's why I reel them all the way back into this grass, because I have caught a unique, like an 8 pound unique bass just right here at the edge of this grass. I reel it all the way back in now. When I first started playing, I used to get close to that grass out there, right there, and I would get it to there, and I just reel it in real fast because I was focusing on out there. And then one day I was just chilling out and just decided to go ahead and reel it all the way back in, and lo and behold, right before I hit this grass over here, that thing nailed it. Oh, there he is. Just when I was about ready to say something about them not biting anymore. Peacock bass. Woo! And a trophy. Almost 500 bucks, over 5 pounds. That'll work. Alright, let's get one more out here. To the left. Then we'll get one over to the right. And we will call this a trip. Surprised I haven't caught a gar right here. Normally I catch a gar. Well, not normally, not every time, but more often than not, I'll catch a gar when I cast on the left side of that thing. Oh, goodness sakes. Wow, that one really put some tension on there. Just a glitch? Oh no, he's almost 6 pounds. Whoa! Yes! Thank you, thank you, thank you. Alright, let's get one more. We'll cast him over here. Try not to get hung up. We'll try to catch one on this side. This little inlet right here. And we will call it. Hopefully that trophy didn't swim over from this side. To the left side. And hopefully the one on the right's not the one that we caught. Normally I can catch one on each. There he is. Oh, we missed him. Daggone it. Daggone it, we missed him. Oh, we missed him. Come on, buddy. You know you want it. It still looks good. It still looks good. Pay no attention to the man holding the fishing rod. Nothing to see here. Alright. Well, let's try it again. We're going to catch you, buddy. We know you're there now. We're hung up on the lily pads, aren't we? Yes, we are. There we go. Now we're off from them. No, we're not either, are we? What the heck? We don't have any. Oh, we caught a weed. We got a water lily. Well, we'll keep that water lily. Thank you very much. Everglades sweeper. Hey, it earned us a Bitcoin. That'll work. Catch a certain number of underwater items. Challenge complete. Alright. We don't want that water lily, though. We want that bass. Or that gar, or whatever that is there. Oh, no. We hung up again. Come on. Oh, we got the water lily. We got more trash. Daggone it. Alright. Try to cast a little bit short this time. Now that should be okay. Alright, that'll work. Yeah, I don't know if that was a... Oh! There we go. Got him that time. I don't think he's a very big one. Little peacock bass. Yep. That'll work though. That'll be alright. Almost 200 bucks. Well, what did we get from this trip? $7,318. We got a good bit of XP too. Got some experience points. That's 7,318. Let's go ahead and leave. Yes, we want to leave. 7,318, and I'll double check. I think it was like 4,700 or 7,400. I can't remember. All right, we made 7,300, and it costs 7,500 to go out there. Oh my gosh! Well, we earned 2 Bitcoins, but we had all that fun, and we only went the whole $200. And you can go. I did that, just for the vid, so we wouldn't have to stay out there that long, or I wouldn't have to stay out there actually any more than that. But it's 7,500 for one day, or you can just add $1,000 more onto that, stay out there another day, and catch another, 7,000 some or whatever, plus a fast forwarded time, and you can spend some time out there and make all kinds of money at the Everglades. But anywho, I'm going to get out of here, and it was really good seeing you all again. Thanks for everybody who stopped in and chatted with me live. I appreciate it, and I'm excited to be back, and I look forward to doing some more streams, doing some more vids for you guys, you ladies and gentlemen, and pop on that the link in the video, or just go to oaksgameroom.com and hit that Patreon and throw me some support if you don't care, and let me know that you want me to keep it going, and I will keep it going, and we'll have some fun and look at all kinds of different games and do some more live streams, chat, play some multiplayer, get all kinds of stuff going. With that, as always, from oaksgameroom.com, I am Oak. Bye-bye.